Hi loves, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm getting into a long requested video, my IKEA Pax wardrobe organization. In this video I'm going to go unit by unit and tell you all the pieces that I use, describe my organization, and give my tips to make your IKEA wardrobe look more luxe. Now, I call these DIY tips because I did put all of the inside pieces in myself. I had the IKEA team deliver everything. They built the frames and added the doors on my handbag closet. But all of the inside pieces, I used my exact items to make sure I got that custom fit and measured shelf by what I wanted to put there. Just to go for the IKEA Pax because one, they just have so many options, and two, because we're renting while we're looking for our forever home. So it didn't make sense to do a custom build out. Also, don't think you have to do a custom build out to have a luxury looking wardrobe. And in this video, you're going to get a lot of tips for how to make your IKEA Pax look more luxe. I did take some of the inside pieces from my previous IKEA Pax, and some of those inside pieces have now been changed to a slightly newer version on IKEA. I was inspired by a combination of, Pinterest and Instagram. I have not seen anyone who has this exact layout. Some of these things I came up with on my own and I haven't seen people do before. By the way, if you're new here, hi, my name is Morgan. I make videos about luxury handbags, fashion, and lifestyle. So if that's your thing, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Let's get into my wardrobe organization and how to make your IKEA closet look more luxe. At the start of my IKEA Pax wardrobe, I've actually placed the Alex 9-drawer system. This is the system I use just to organize, my socks and undergarments, little tiny extras that don't require a big drawer. Also keep some decor on top, and my favorite Jimmy Choo shoes. I think they're really nice on display here. It gives it a very Barbie touch as soon as you come in the room. Starting with the first unit, up at the top, I've got a clear glass shelf. Now every unit in this Pax wardrobe, except for one part of the corner unit, has this glass upper shelf. I saw this idea on Pinterest and I really liked it. You could see what's up in the top of your wardrobe. Now, of course, if you're messy, this might not be great. And right underneath that, I have a clothing rail. This is where I hang my jackets and some of my handbags that I think are a little happier hung up. I got these purse hangers on Amazon. I will have in my Amazon shop a closet section, so you can shop any of the little bits and bobs I bought for my closet. I've had these purse hangers for many years, so maybe this exact model won't be available, but I'll link something similar. Underneath my jackets, I have another glass shelf. I really wanted to be able to display and see my belts in the first pull-out tray. I do love a good belt with a look, but I am guilty of just kind of forgetting it. So I wanted to have them hidden away, but still visible if I was going to look for a belt. How I've done the belt is I've put it on an IKEA pull-out tray, and then they had these acrylic dividers. I don't believe they do the acrylic ones anymore, but now they have felt ones. And underneath that, I also have another pull-out tray. The felt inserts to organize my jewelry. It's a bit of a mess. I'm planning on getting some inserts from Amazon that are a little more organized, have, little pockets for the rings and earrings and things like that. If you just want the basic organization, this is a great way to lay out your jewelry and make it look more luxe and be able to see everything in front of you. Below these two trays, I have two glass front drawers. I have my cardigans and sweaters in them. I didn't want all glass front drawers, but I thought it would be nice for certain items that I wanted to display. And below that, I have two regular front pull-out drawers. I use these to store my sweatshirts and sweatpants. I just don't think that they're as glamorous, and I don't really want them out on display, so I think they're better just hidden away, tucked behind the regular front drawer. One thing you have to keep in mind that if you're going to put doors on your IKEA Pax, the layout of the drawers that I have is not going to work for you. Hinges of the doors take up some of the room. Put the doors on the IKEA Pax planner before you start doing the inside bits, so you really know if the layout that you're planning actually works with the doors that you want to use. This first unit is 100 centimeters wide. The second unit is 75 centimeters wide. I wanted to have a display to show off my shoes. These are very deep cupboards, so putting one shoe behind the other shows off your shoes a lot better. And what I did is I put glass shelves for the first 4 shelves starting from the top. And when I installed these myself, I took some of my various heights of shoes and I planned out the height of the shelves according to what I wanted to put on each shelf. That's why my shelves look perfectly done. It doesn't have those big gaps that you'll sometimes see in built out closets. What I really love about this IKEA Pax is I can move these shelves whenever my shoe collection changes. Because I'm putting one shoe behind the other from eye level to the floor, I used pull out trays to display my shoes. This way, when I'm going to reach for a shoe, I can pull out the drawer drawer, grab the shoe in front and the one behind it without messing up the whole display. You can, of course, do this wardrobe much cheaper if you just do regular shelves from top to bottom. But the thing with that is, and how I found it in my storage in my last house, is it would get messy a lot and I'd have to reorganize quite a bit. Go to reach in the back and grab that shoe, something always gets moved or bumped or messed up. From eye level to the floor, there are 8 pull-out trays total. Moving on to the next unit, it's actually a corner unit. So on the corner unit in the Pax planner, from the right side, you can choose the length of that one. It's also one that is for 75 centimeters. The tiny unit that has like the small shelves, that's like the standard unit that comes as part of the corner unit. And that one comes with 4 shelves. I placed those 4 shelves according to what I wanted to put on them. Then under that, I added additional pieces for this unit. I added 2 pull-out trays to house my sunglasses, and under that, 4 more plain front drawers to hide away tank tops and like little things and some extra shoes that are not, you know, display worthy, like flip-flops. In the little section, I didn't add a glass shelf because it already came with the shelves and I didn't want to buy another shelf. For the other side of the corner unit, I had the glass shelf at the top, under that a clothing rail, and then I put another glass shelf so I could tuck a few little things away underneath my shirts, and then another clothing rail. So this one's kept pretty simple. It's to house my separates, but the idea behind this was to keep the 2 things near each other so that I can grab them easily. And I'm only going out of that section if I want to add a jacket or add accessories. The following unit is one of my favorite units. This one is 100 centimeters wide. I have the glass shelf at the top with a clothing rail directly underneath. This is to house all of my midi to mini dresses. I'd say the good bulk of my dresses fit in this section, but I do have a separate section for extra long dresses. Underneath the dresses, I did put in a pull-out tray versus a shelf because I wanted to be able to tuck away, you know, bags or things that I don't use often all the way to the back. And then if I want to pull it out, I can find everything from the back easily. You can make this a little less pricey by just getting a regular shelf in this place as well. Underneath that, I have 1 glass front drawer. This is for all of my t-shirts. Honestly, it's overflowing and I really need a second drawer for this, but I don't have the space right now. Underneath that, I have 2 drawers for sportswear and swimwear and those kind of extra like athleisure pieces. Those are ones I don't really want to display, so they're just tucked away in those drawers. Then we have everyone's favorite section, which is right behind me, my handbag closet. This is the only one I put glass front doors on for a very specific reason, and that is to keep the dust off of my handbags. Of course, I still have to dust inside this unit, but it is so much less than if I would have all of my bags just out on display. I never really recommend that for handbags anyways, so if you want to store your bags more safely, get glass front shelves like this. So for this cabinet, I wanted to make sure that I could see all my bags really well, so the top 5 shelves are all glass shelves, so when I look up I can see every bag that's in my collection. I think this gives it more of a store look. Of course, if you want to do this in a more affordable way, you could do just the plain shelves with no glass in them. Those are a little bit cheaper than the glass shelves. Underneath that, I have 2 pull-out trays. This is mainly to house my Twillies. I do keep my Gucci jacket on one of them as well, just because it's a really hard bag to store otherwise if it's not laying down. Maybe I'll put it on a purse hanger one day, but for now it fits here and it works. And then I have 1 plain front drawer. This is to hide all the secrets. So inside this drawer, it's a bit messy, it usually is, but I have 2 buckets, one for stock items that I often want to carry in my bag, and one to dump the contents of my bag every night so I can store my bags properly. Unless I know for sure I'm using that same handbag the next day, I always empty the contents of my bag. The drawer is also great for storing a few handbags that are just difficult to store on shelves and little SLG, so all of the mess is concealed and my bag storage always looks like it's a display from a store. Underneath this drawer, I store my bigger bags, and because I wanted to utilize the depth of the wardrobe, I put them on pull-out trays. If you do have patent leather, it's better to store them down in this section if you're going to make the same storage for yourself. Don't want to store your patent leather bags on the glass shelves at all. Pull-out trays make it very easy to get everything from the back. And I had the IKEA team build the frame for this. I did have them go ahead and put on the doors, but I told them not to drill any holes for the hardware. I got my hardware from Amazon and I drilled the holes and put them on myself. That way I could give this a little more of a custom custom and luxurious look rather than just stock IKEA handles. I think that's one way to make your IKEA Pax look a lot more expensive. My handbag section is also 100 centimeters wide. The last section we have is my long hanging dress section. This one is only 50 centimeters wide. Now I could have taken this unit all the way to the wall, but I wanted to leave a section for a standing desk and my floor treadmill. So I did this at just 50 centimeters wide, and actually it turned out perfect because I don't have as many long hanging pieces as I do regular dresses. At the top we have the glass shelf where I store some of my summer hats. Underneath is a clothing rail and all of my long dresses. At the bottom I have a pull-out tray. Right now it has a couple extra pairs of shoes, but I think I need to add in some more shoe storage in one section. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this yet, but my shoe collection is a little too big for my shoe section now. Under that we have a glass front drawer, and this is where I keep some of my clutches and more occasional used bags that I really wouldn't use for daily wear, so I don't actually have to see them all every day. It is nice to have that pop of color peeking through the glass. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed going through this organization and you got some great tips. If you did, please give it a like and let me know your favorite storage tip that you got from this video down in the comments below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok to see how I style my bags, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!